the intro today.
I actually don't have that pulled up, unfortunately.
Boy!
I forgot to grab it and just like keep it separate so I can just look at it.
It's literally, it should be posted in the channel here. Yeah, it's like 3 scroll wheels up.
In this channel? What?
In the general, yeah. I'm looking at it. Yeah. There we go.
At least.
Good.
I'm
Tired.
just happy to be off of work.
Oh, ain't that the mood?
It's been a cluster fucking a half for at least me with work.
No
last
doubt.
couple days.
I actually had a really good day.
Yeah?
Yeah. Shockingly enough, had a great day. Went and had let's see, pulled pork. My girl made pulled pork tacos earlier at home for like lunch. That were just phenomenal. We had done pulled pork the previous day in like the crock pot. We took a whole pork loin, put that in there, and had it go like cook all day, and just let that shit break down, and it just made the most wonderful pulled pork. And my wife suggested, she's like, "Hey, why don't we do like pulled pork tacos?" I'm like, "Oh fuck yeah!" So she makes that. I eat 3 of those monsters, and they were so good. She does like this magic fold on how she does her tortilla, because of course you butter both sides of the tortilla, and you throw it in the pan, and you cook that shit up, and you make a cut about halfway into the tortilla. So when you're putting stuff on, you put like ingredient in one corner, fold it. Ingredient in one corner, fold it. Ingredient in one corner, fold it. And then your tortilla is essentially like layered. So you have like that delicious crunch with like meat, and it's just layers of flavor.
Nice. I got it pulled up now.
I can tell. Then on top of it, we went to Blaze Pizza. Second time I've ever eaten there, but they have phenomenal pizza. They make it right in front of you. They have like the hand tossed dough and all that. Had that in the oven. I just do like extra cheese, light sauce because of minor tomato allergy, and they put like finishing salt on it, and oh, it was so good. Ate like half the pizza. Then we walked down to Astoria Bakery, and we got a whole bunch of like pastries and stuff. And then we went to a place called like Hi Anime, or just Hi. Such an awe. Oh, what's up?
Sounds like Hi Papi Yumi.
Yeah, I know, right? Like it was just Hi. They have such good like all sorts of cool, cute merch and things like that. Small little businesses, but like really awesome stuff. Got like some merch for my girl, and checked out some other stuff too. They have like so many cool shops in that area. But yeah, I made out like a bandit. I have chocolate cannoli waiting for me, and I had like some macaroons, and what is it? Got my girl cookies, and I even picked up some stuff for my mom. Got her a few things. But yeah, then came home, rested for a little bit after like walking around all day. We were kind of just going around exploring, and went to Kenpo, trained really hard, and now I'm essentially here. I got here and I'm like 15 minutes from it was like 15 minutes before we were going to be starting. I'm like, oh shit, I better get ready. But I will let Tony do the official intro.
The official intro of Death and Doom. Alrighty, well, if that's the case. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the very awesome, lovely thing, the Round Square Table podcast that we have decided to do, because why not? Today we are joined by CJ, Josh, and myself, Tony. You can definitely follow us here, definitely on live on Twitch whenever we go live, usually on Mondays around this time, sometimes a little early, depending on how we feel. You can also maybe catch us on the go on Spotify if that catches your drift, or even on YouTube if you just want to do it that way as well. Be sure to leave a like, comment down below, checking out our schedule on Twitch for future live casts and all that other fun, lovely junk that we have to spiel and do to get attention and all that other awesome fun stuff. I know I probably botched it, but who knows? Okay.
No, you're good. You're good.
So you said.
And feel free to say hi in the comments here. We don't mind saying hi to the viewers and whatnot. If you're a lurker, we appreciate your viewership as well.
Indeed. There.
Yeah, gotta give props to the lurkers.
The lurkers, there's everyone, everywhere.
It seems
so
Twitch is having an issue, by the way, so we can not update the stream information.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it's what I've been trying to do for like the last 3 minutes.
Well, technical difficulties aside, at least we're here. Our buddy Josh is having just a banner day, so everybody say hi to him, cheer him up. Be like, "Hey, Josh,
yeah, give me a minute.
You can do it, bro."
Was this Josh, man?
I'll be right back.
Oh, he's gone. Oh no. It's all good. So yes, but you were talking about pizza. I'm like, that's kind of funny because I just had some the lovely pizza myself not too long ago.
Did you make your own dough or something crazy like you usually do? Oh no, he's gone.
He's into the void.
He's no longer with.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll be brought back. I'll play Monster Reborn later. I can't play it right now during my end phase. So I'll be able to do it later.
And we both disappear.
No.
Dark hole.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. I was like, that only works on enemy monsters. Dark hole works on everybody.
Mm-hmm.
But let's see. I have just been trying to get through, but today was definitely a hell of a pick-me-up I needed.
Today was kind of a day myself, but it's all good.
I know you have a really exciting announcement to make. I don't know if you're making it here, but I at least wanted to offer you the opportunity. Nah.
It's all good. Maybe at some other point, but right now it's pretty okay. I'm just letting other people know that I am comfortable with telling.
Okay. So, I just wanted to offer the opportunity just in case.
All right. I know you know the other butthole over there on the side who's gone right now. He knows too, but he's all good. He'll be good. Be good.
Don't worry, everyone. He'll be back soon enough.
I don't know. My Monster Reborn got negated, so I might have to use Call of Haunted. Very, very,
Don't
very
let
slow.
somebody use what is it? Call by the Grave.
They've been using it mostly on usually the hand traps. I believe they usually use it for. I think the biggest thing.
Gosh, Called by the Grave is like so nasty, but I love using it on people. Or what was the one?
The one special one.
Oh,
Don't do that, man. You're gonna make other people yawn.
yeah. Don't mind me. I'm just exhausted. It was a long, fun day.
I wish you were active and you're moving around.
Yeah. I'm surprised to be sometimes. Honestly, I got home and I was like, I don't even know if I can go train today, but I was like, no. I need to pick my ass up and get out there. Came back and then I'm like, oh, I just want to crash in the bed.
You don't do nothing until you know you had a good day's work. Like
Yep.
honestly, for my thought process, even though it's like, yeah, you don't really want to train, but I would think for you, it's like a good way to kind of like relieve some stress.
It
Even though,
is.
yeah, you're kind of going under stress going in there a little bit, but it's just like you're learning something.
Oh yeah.
You're actually doing something physically. You're probably actually like beating somebody up, even though you're probably getting yourself beat up in
Oh yeah.
return. But like you're really kind of getting that energy out of you, that negativity, that other stuff out of there.
Absolutely.
You're getting your mind on something else. Like, okay, so this is what I'm focusing on now. This is
Think of it
this.
like this. There's nothing that clears my head better than getting punched in the face or getting punched in the head. Like nothing like you could have all this shit on your mind and then all of a sudden like you're sparring and this dude throws that first jab cross and maybe he just nails you with that jab and then everything else is fucking irrelevant. Empty brain. It's fight now. And it's a good way to actually really clear your head is like when you're sparring with, proper safety gear and yada yada, mouth guards, cups, whatever, boxing gloves, yada yada.
I hear point.
Oh, I hear a
Wait.
ghost. Quick, Tony. Monster reborn.
I play I go ahead and activate this card. Actually, I play what was that?
Call the Haunted.
I discard it's the one where you discard two spell cards. Or you discard either two spells or discard two cards randomly. And then you're able to bring back a spell card from your graveyard. It's like magical stone something.
Magical excavation.
I think that's the one.
I'll be honest, I don't actually remember. It's not a spell I use often. I should consider it for Dark Worlds, but
Maybe.
if it's by cost, it won't work with my Dark
Yeah,
World.
it's if it's a cost. I think
Yeah.
that's because the way to use it, it's it's a cost.
Yep.
Anything that's considered a cost for them is like no.
He's back.
I am.
Yay!
Yes.
My dark
Jove.
ritual has worked. I played Return from the Different Dimension. He came back.
Yeah, no. My mom's been getting pretty pissed off with her new bullshit that she's been trying to buy.
Oh.
That she did buy, and now his fucking just piece of shit.
Oh joy! You always gotta love that crap.
So
Man, you're really having a banner day.
Oh, I just was telling her, is I could literally go to bed and fucking be fine. Halfway tempted to get on Tarkov to go shoot something.
Destiny is a lot of fun.
Knowing my luck, though.
I'd probably just go try to catch a couple shinies from those.
Oh man, I'll tell you, Destiny's fun when like you're angry and you go into Crucible and you're just like, I need to shoulder charge something and like just obliterate an asshole, and you feel so much better. Like it's so satisfying because I use Peregrine Greaves. If I do my melee in the air, pretty much doesn't matter what you're doing. You're pretty much dead if I hit you with it. There's only a few instances that you wouldn't be. And like I'll take that into Mayhem where supers recharge really fast and everyone's like throwing their super around. Oh, there's a Kit Kat. Oh my goodness. A
It's not
fluff
happening right
ball.
now.
That immediately grabbed my attention. My ADD ADHD just gone out the window. What the fuck was I talking about? Supers. Yes.
You're talking about supers and everything, but I can
And
kind of
everyone, yeah,
link off that a little bit because I can kind of agree with you because there'd be days where I would just like, you know what, I'm going to either load up either Borderlands 2 or Borderlands 3.
it's just you need a little violence to like
I
cool
would
down.
literally just load it up. I'd bring in my good Zane, like my main character Zane, and I'd go around and
Yeah.
I'd just go ham. I'd just go around like, okay, I want to go do this, this, and this. I don't care. I'll make like, you know what, I'm gonna go try to farm for a legendary, and just go for it, and just go.
Yep. Video games are that good stress relief that honestly.
And to be even fair too, like I'll even load up Animal Crossing, dude. I actually
Oh
like playing that
yeah,
game.
that
Like that's
like
that's
super
a nice, good,
relaxing.
relaxing, calm game.
If you like even Mario Kart, unless you know
Oh,
you play
Mario
with your
Kart! Oh God,
friends,
no.
that's where you're, at the end of the day you're like, you're not my
That's
friend
gonna stress you out
anymore.
even more.
Yeah, that'll piss some people off.
Like it's either Mario Kart, definitely. In my honest opinion, Monopoly is a big game.
Oh yeah,
Uno
Mario
2 as
Party.
well are like those three, even Mario Party, like those 4 games are like friend enders because you
You're
could just.
forgetting one. Uno.
Oh yeah, I already said Uno.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
you
said
did?
Uno too.
I missed you. Oh,
Yeah,
my bad.
yeah, like those 4 games are like they're great playing with friends, but my God, um, for
You
Monopoly,
just
for example, I mean, I would purposely try to get like all the railroads if I could and get the utilities. And I
mhm.
would definitely try to get like the beginning part of the board. So to try to get the light blues.
Utilities early game is like clutch.
Well, they're not much, but they can kind of add up.
Yeah.
You do it right. But do those utilities, railroads, and like the light blues and the browns, because they're
Oh,
the easiest to build for hotels, and I'll just throw hotels on them straight up.
chair stream.
So not only would the person pass and go, they would get their $200. I would bleed them out for the $200 because they would either land on that first brown property where it's $200 for a hotel, or they might owe more because the other one's 400,
Yup.
and everything else. The blues are like I think 400, 500, and 600, or like 500, 600 range. So like I'd slowly kind of bleed them out plus that railroad, so I'd own that one whole part of the board. And also the income tax is right there, so that's another reason why they would lose more money.
Yup.
I'd purposely like try to get that part of the board and maybe try to get the reds, and that'd be set.
You know, there's another game that came out recently I'm excited for. It's definitely going to be either something that relieves stress or drives me insane.
Probably both.
Splatoon 3. Probably
It's probably
both.
going to be both.
Yeah.
You're going to love the hell out of it, but you're going to stretch the crap out of you.
I loved the blobber from that game. I would just be an absolute fucking menace with it. I learned to play Splatoon 2 based on my ability to play Gambit in Destiny 2. And basically, like, yeah, I would still like do the objective, do the turf war thing, but I would wipe motherfucking teams and just rip through them. And I would wait for them to get into an area where they gotta go down like a little passage, and all I do is I take this fucking essentially toilet bowl and just lob these little blobs down the path, and they just bounce and land right into them every time. And they would just keep fucking going down the same path, thinking, "Oh, I'll outshoot this guy." No, you're not. You're just gonna get mollywopped and go back to the beginning. And a lot of points we would get it to where the team could hardly even get out their spawn. I actually felt a little bad. It was like, I don't want to sit here and farm kills, but you guys got to do something different. And yeah, I would be like, nah. They think they're going to be like sneaky and get around. No, I'm going for kills just as much as I am the objective. I will seek you out and just be a
hunt you
little
down
shit.
and catch you like a fish.
Yeah. I just call it my toilet bowl method.
Time to get
Because they get shit on. Oh, man. It is.
All
All right.
We're kind of talking a little bit with games. So I'm gonna kind of start with this a little bit, and I want to kind of Josh to answer this real quick or just a little
Yeah.
bit, because I already know your answer, but sort of there, CJ.
But does the
I'm a
crowd
penis
know?
dragon. Thank you very much. Wait, what?
Exactly, indeed. I mean, it's around back behind you. I'm sure that big ass dragon dildo is behind you somewhere.
Probably around there somewhere.
More
Oh,
than likely.
you know what? Speaking of which, so not to like try and derail it or anything, just for you, Tony, since you brought up fucking bad dragon bullshit nonsense crap, right? So hung out with our buddy from high school the other day, Kyle, right?
Oh yeah, Kyle. Shut up, Kyle.
Just have a look at those photos.
Oh no.
That's not Kyle's car.
Oh my
That's
god.
Okay.
That's,
I mean,
that's one of his buddies. It's like,
all right.
He's really out there with his bad dragon stickers all over the backside of his fucking car.
Oh my god.
I mean, more power to him. If that's what makes him happy, then honestly,
Yep.
that's all that really matters. Is the way I see it.
Same.
Yeah, I'm just like, okay. I see this is going to be an interesting day with your friends here, Kyle.
Go to any anime convention and you'll see worse. You'll see stuff that'll actually like make you cringe.
Tony knows me. It's pretty hard to make me cringe.
Yeah, it is pretty hard to make him cringe. There's very rare times where I've actually made him cringe, but
Tony, you
it's
aren't trying hard enough.
extremely.
Like, legit, I think the closest I've ever actually been to full-on fucking cringe mode is watching these... Best way to call them is, like, frat boys try and fucking be smooth talkers, and it's like... Just stop.
God.
Just
That
stop.
is, like... That's not
stop.
even, like, the good cringe. Like, there's, like...
It's
the way I look at it,
cringe.
Yeah, it's painful. It's secondhand embarrassment cringe. Like, you're embarrassed for these motherfuckers. It's like, oh, I'm some macho man that needs to like talk down to women. No, you treat people with respect and decency, and they'll treat you with respect and decency.
And if they don't, you kill them.
What? There you go.
I mean, probably no, but okay. Well, anyway, to kind of get a little bit back on track here.
Yeah, we got to get back to our game discussion.
We don't have a track.
I mean, it's somewhere. I mean, I thought I put it down.
No, because if we had a track, Tony, it would have worked in the intro.
Oh, you know what? Okay, fine, fair. Okay, fair. Got me there. Whatever. It's good. That's the power of editing. I know we're live right now, but still, that's the power of editing.
There's gonna be a lot of editing ahead for
a little bit. Yeah, I'm gonna probably do a little bit better on this one, so I'll see what I can do on this one. But anyway, to kind of go back into a little bit of the games, sort of. So obviously, people, not everyone, but a good majority of people, obviously know about Pokemon.
No.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sure there's a lot of people out there too who, and I myself have made a team for myself where it's like, if I were to go around the actual entire realm and series, I would find Pokemon that would relate to me, that would best suit me.
Yep.
But also, if you were to go by the original like 150 Pokemon, then obviously one of the new series, so it's going to be another thing. I'm sure people would be like, okay, so I'm going to be this type of gym leader. So, Josh, I think, kind of knows what he's thinking of. So, if I were to ask you this, if you were to go by the original typings from the original like series when it first started, what type of gym leader would you actually be and why?
Who are you asking, Tony?
Yeah, like if you were to be a Pokemon gym leader, of like in the very beginning game. So from I think it's red and blue, and also I think
Red,
yellow as well.
blue, green, and yellow. Green is only if you're in Japan, though.
Right. So if you went by the original types of the game, what type would you be? Like, what type of gym leader would you be? Would you be like rock type gym? Would you be like the ground type gym leader? Which would you be if you had to choose just the one type?
I'm pretty
The
sure I
original.
said who, my guy.
You, Josh.
Ah, there you go.
Yeah, he had asked that. He was trying to get that question out of you for like 5 minutes.
Well, seeing as how I answered this last week, fire, because that's what I am.
Right. But I asked you after. I don't think it was recording though.
No, it was recorded.
It wasn't? Yeah, cool.
I don't think I ever sent you the recording, though.
Oopsie
No, I never
poopsie.
got it.
Yeah, whatever. It wasn't
Okay.
even a real episode.
Right. So
Then
why
again,
would you
none
be
of this
fire?
is. Well, Ninetales has always been my jam, same with Vulpix, but, that's kind of case in point.
Solid picks. Absolutely respectable.
But even, through the generations, the starter fire Pokemon are always badass.
Yep.
Plus, doesn't even have to leave, Gen 1 Pokemon. You have so many different fucking Pokemon that use fire.
Arcanine is top tier. Still.
100%.
In my opinion. That's absolutely my favorite. It's not hard to tell that I am slightly inspired by fire puppies.
No,
Where?
not
No,
at
not
all.
at all.
Very subtle. Very
Right.
subtle, isn't it? Yeah, hard to tell.
All right, Josh. So if you had to, in the newer generations, since you now have more free range for stuff, and if you were to do another gym, would you stick with fire or would you choose another type?
I'd add in steel.
Solid. Honestly, I'm kind of slightly in the same boat. I might like dual type fire fighting, fire steel. That would be probably, but it's
Fire
so
steel
hard for
would
me to
be
commit to a type.
insane though, because you'd be 4 times weak to ground for sure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's so hard for me to pick like a type, a singular type. I'm like,
Obviously, you're able to you're able to dual type. Obviously, it's not like the first thing is I think what fire, because usually a lot of the gyms that you see they do have dual types, but they still have that element in it. That's still the fire.
Here's the question though:
What?
Does my Pokemon qualify as being able to be used in my gym just so long as it has a move of that type, or does it have to be one of the two types?
I know there's gyms specifically in the games where I know some of the Pokemon the gym leaders use aren't necessarily of the type.
Yeah,
I know that for a fact, so that would be probably okay.
Oh, I would start to get some disgusting ass shit out.
I'd probably I don't know exactly how many of some of the Pokemon they have that are not specifically the type, but I think it was I've only seen maybe one with one, and then usually the rest are usually either dual type or they have the one at least in it.
Mm-hmm.
So
me, I'm in the fire steel gym. Yeah, I got a Dragonite that knows Iron Head. Good luck, fucker. It's also got extreme speed, multi-scaled, Thunder Punch, and Dragon Claw. Eat a dick. My Aerodactyl also knows Iron Head. That counts, right, motherfuckers? I'm not nice when it comes to making competitive Pokemon teams. Tony can speak to this firsthand. I am mean as fuck, but I really do enjoy learning different Pokemon strats from people. Whether I win or lose, I usually just have a great time. Of course, yes, I want to win, just like else, but getting your ass humbled by someone who literally cosplayed Professor Sycamore at a convention was absolutely an amazing experience too. And his cosplay was on fucking point.
that's good.
Yeah. Like, he had an all bug team and absolutely swept my shit. And I was like, holy fuck, that was, yeah, a bug team.
I mean,
I
they
was
could be
like,
pretty good if you set them up good. Like any kind of
yeah,
team can be really good if
like,
it's done good.
exactly. And
That's the
I
beauty of it.
mean, he had such good, solid strats, an incredibly well-rounded build. Like, I think I got like 2 of his Pokemon down, and that was it. And he otherwise absolutely swept me. And I was like, holy shit, this guy's awesome. I'm like, here, take something here. I gave him like some free merch because I was running a booth for someone. And it was
you gave him some polka dollars. There, like some free stuff.
essentially, I was like, here, take my money.
Take my money.
He definitely proved that he had the knowledge, and as far as Pokemon went, it was awesome.
Right. Well, if I were to choose for myself, if I went for the original typing, I would have gone electric type.
Yeah, that
that would have
doesn't
been my
surprise me at all.
yeah. That would have been
Him
my
and his
solid
shocking
build right there.
personality.
Right. What
Me like, yeah,
personality do
you
I
look
have?
like a guy who likes sprinkles. What the fuck do you mean by that?
Use fucking thunder on your ass and it's going to get fucking paralyzed. I'm like, oh look, sprinkles. You're sprinting everywhere. But yeah, definitely electric type. So a fun thing is all 3 of us would be weak to ground type moves. Because every single type, it's like, so ground, or not, fire, steel, and electric are all weak to ground.
Yep, that's why I have a Dragonite sitting on my team.
Well, there you go.
I'm that dickhead.
I
It's
would
like,
have
yeah, he's got a steel move.
I would have gone for sure steel as well, but ever since they introduced the fairy type Pokemon type, I'd go fairy type.
You are a
Oh
fairy.
yeah, I totally couldn't tell.
I am indeed a fairy, and I will happily admit it because I don't care. I like fairies.
Hell yeah! I mean, they're the Dragon Slayers. It's a solid type. When they came out, it was really cool. Honestly, I was so happy.
Right? I'm happy with using Mawile with freaking not really hyper cutter, but what was
Huge power?
either with huge power or the one where it's I think huge power, and then giving it a life because the ability cancels out the life orb effect.
Oh yeah,
Whatever that one is, but I like using that.
Sheer Force.
Yes, sheer force.
Sheer Force. Yeah, that shit. Oh, I put that on my Braviary all the time.
So sheer force, life orb, giving it any kind of stupid move just to power it up and just watch things die. Plus, it's a fairy steel, so obviously, yeah, I'm going to be weak to obviously ground and fire, but I got a couple moves to help with that, especially for Sylveon. Sylveon's weak to poison, and if it's a straight fairy, it's poison and steel. So it knows mystical fire, and it knows a psychic move, so it takes care of both those.
I can speak to this personally. Tony's teams are pretty damn nasty as well. I know he's definitely a capable competitive Pokemon battler. Also, because he used to be like, "Hey, what do you think about this idea?" And I'm like, "That's fucking disgusting. You know those people have families. Do it."
Like for a personal build, because I decided to do it, I have a Surfetched. And I forgot it has the ability Scrappy, so I can obviously hit Ghost type Pokemon without much of an issue.
Mm-hmm.
So like, you know what? Why not? Got Scrappy. It has an Assault Vest, so its defense and special defense are raised, so it can kind of take some hits. It knows First Impression, so I use that. Good damage, solid damage. It knows Knockoff, because a lot of people run items, so even more damage because of that. Meteor Assault and some other random move. I think it's like Brutal Swing. So regardless, I'll use First Impression and then Knockoff. So like First Impression doing some good amount of damage, Knockoff doing even more damage. Then I'm going to use my other random move and finish you off.
That's some good shit.
It hits hard. It hits really hard.
It does. I could see that shit being funny. One of the meme builds that I did, I have a Torkoal, and my friend Tony has experienced this Torkoal.
God, yeah, that Torkoal.
His name is
Even
Tortles.
Dreidel Dave, too.
Oh, Dreidel Dave.
Yeah, I experienced Dreidel Dave because I remember trying to set up a few things, and you're just like, nope.
Yeah, it was like, so Tortles, my Torkoal, he has Stealth Rock, Will-O-Wisp, Rapid Spin, and Explosion. And I put a Quick Claw on him. So it's like, okay, first thing I do is throw out Stealth Rocks. We call them Stealth Cocks. Yep. And then I will.
So you dig into every pore of your body.
Yep.
Every pore.
If it's Charizard, it's 4 times effective when that fucker switches in. And oh my god, the damage on it. Then Will-O-Wisp, the opponent, if they can be burned. And say like, and of course my health is getting a bit low. I just hit Explosion, and sometimes my Quick Claw will kick in, and he'll like, no, I'm gonna explode now. See you later, bitches. And then I just blow up and hopefully take something out with me. And in doing so, if like say Tony and I battling, and I throw out the Stealth Rocks and the Will-O-Wisp, and he switches into something with Rapid Spin. If I use Explosion, and I'm like even whether I'm anticipating the swap or not, if I knock out whatever he has, because he has max attack on it, there goes his like hazard clear. At least one of his hazard clears, unless he has multiple, which use them or not, it's your thing. And I just love doing that because people are like, what the fuck? Like, they're never expecting an explosion. They're expecting me to sit there and whittle your health away and do like little shitty things with Torkoal. But I'm like, nah, I'm just gonna blow him up. I want to send out my next Pokemon. We gotta get this battle rolling. I'm not here to stall.
Right.
Dreidel Dave is my Starmie. He has taken down a legendary team on his own. And the reason I named him Dreidel Dave is because I remember learning about the Dreidel, and you spin it, and he knows Rapid Spin and Dazzling Gleam. So I was like, oh, he's spinning around like a Dreidel. That's really cool. And we taught him Scald, Dazzling Gleam, Rapid Spin, and Confuse Ray. So I would have
chance to confuse and burn.
Oh yeah, confuse, burn, and hazard clear, which is great. I love doing that a lot. So I was playing on like I'm trying to remember what it's called, like where you practice battles and stuff, or like you can do the simulated battles.
I know what you're talking about.
One of those sites, Pokemon Showdown, I think it was. And I built my team on there, and I threw Dreidel Dave out, and this guy just had all legends. I don't know, dude, kid, lady, whatever. All I did was I sat there and just I was faster than everything because they didn't know what the hell they were doing with whatever, like EVs, IVs. Confuse Ray, they couldn't seem to hit me, and I would just sit there, Scald, Dazzling Gleam, Confuse Ray, Scald, Dazzling Gleam, Confuse Ray, and just whittle them all down. And I think he got like over half the team dead before finally getting knocked out by something that just got really lucky with a hit. And then I sent in like Chubbles, who has multi-scale. I think it was just finally knocked him out. Chubbles goes in. Heck yeah, I definitely had a Lucario on my team too. But we had a Xerneas was on. I throw my multi-scale Dragonite that has I think an Assault. No, he had leftovers on him. And the Xerneas hits it with like the big fairy type move that it had. Did absolutely shit for damage. And then I just iron headed the Xerneas and one shot it. I was rolling. Oh my god, that couldn't have felt more awesome.
Knows the move Geomancy, and all it does is just raise its stats.
Yeah, it hit with like Dazzling Gleam or something. I don't know what
it would have been either Dazzling Gleam or Moonblast.
Probably Moonblast.
Moonblast is the strongest next to.
Yeah, they went Moonblast and like did absolutely nothing for damage. I was just like, oh, that's cute. Iron Head, knockout. And Trouble swept him after that. I didn't even have to send out a third mon. Or fourth, because I used my Galvantula first. Throw a sticky web down so that way everything's slower than me.
No.
I had a lot of fun on Showdown. I probably should log back on there someday. But Tony, what are some of the disgusting Pokemon builds you do? Or Josh, you have any ideas for Pokemon builds?
Dude, I really haven't been in the Pokemon space in a long time.
Well, November's coming around. You have a chance to get a game.
Yeah.
Right. Up to him. I'm just wondering about the decks, though. I don't know if it's going to be like open decks like how Sun and Moon was, or what. Because I hope it is. That'd be nice.
Oh man, I'm just excited for new Pokemon to play with. I just get to I get to have fun. I'm like, oh, they made a sweet little cinnamon roll puppy. I mean, hell yeah! I accept all the dogs. I can't wait to see what it evolves into, if it evolves.
Or maybe keep it the way it is and just throw an Eviolite on it and just watch it just dominate.
Oh yeah, that's always an option. That's always funny as fuck. Oh, we have been way too into Pokemon, but you know what? I'm gonna keep playing it. I have for 30 years now, roughly. No, like 28 years probably. I've been playing since I've been 2. Before I could read. Wait, my math is off. Don't ignore me in my math. I'm bad at maths.
We gotta do you and educate, man. Get you better at maths.
I already tried. I can't quick maths.
DJ tried to use maths. It failed. It hurt itself in confusion.
The only time I do math is when I'm playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And I'm like, big number. Big number makes theirs go negative.
Yeah, but big numbers are not always a thing, because sometimes I just play this one thing and it just wipes everything away.
Magic cylinder.
Yeah, fair.
I
know.
I did so many fucking dirty the other day with that. I felt disgusting. Like, this guy absolutely had me.
Ever feel disgusted by doing it. Just
this guy had me.
If that guy did not have anything to negate it, that's his own damn fault.
It was, but this guy had me fucking dead to rights. He was like, he negated everything else. I had 2 magic cylinders face down, and he knew about one of them because I had the magic cylinders. And he destroyed one of them, thinking, all right, this guy can't have a second one face down. There's no fucking way. And then me, I'm like, oh, that's cute. I actually do. And then I threw my magic cylinders, the new card that's support with that.
Right.
I removed that from play and fucking doubled the damage and insta-killed him. He should have had my ass dead to rights. I was like, I'm sorry, my dude. I just boomer carded you. They're apparently calling they apparently call use cards like that boomer cards for some reason.
If like, they work. It's not your fault.
Exactly.
It's not being negated. I know you negated everything else, but like if you can't negate it,
yeah. They'll do like this fucking 5-6 card negate board, and they'll like negate absolutely everything that I do, and I'll just be like, all right, well, all of those were just to see how many things you can negate. I'm gonna play one face down and call it. They get really confused when I don't scoop. I never scoop. I'm always like, yeah, you're gonna have to earn your win. I may have a heart of the cards moment.
It seems like you did.
Oh yeah, it was. I should have definitely been absolutely shit stomped. How are things going on you and Josh? Still dealing with technical difficulties?
Some could say that. Some could say I'm quietly enjoying myself with some quiet fishing.
Some quiet fishing, soothing fishing.
Oh yeah, because he's doing the one thing. Which, by the way, I got my fishing up to 90 in the RuneScape finally.
Oh, hell yeah. Now you can catch all sorts of stuff.
Not really, because I can still go up higher than that, but like I only needed to do it for that high just to do one thing.
God, it's been so long since I played RuneScape. Good old days.
But now I
RuneScape
have to
and
save up
Pokemon.
200 mil, over 200 mil, just to get one thing.
God damn.
Yeah, but Josh knows about it because he actually uses it. I think it would work pretty well with what I want to try to do. So why not? If I could do the damage, if I could be the tank and also do some okay damage, I'm good with that.
Exactly.
Just say damage.
Yes, damage.
Damage sandwich.
Yeah.
Never heard of a damage? Damage sandwich.
Well, it's like I was saying before the podcast started, like the build I'm working on in Portal Online 2. Fucking got a name to go with it.
I got a name now?
Well, it's technically like old school like Prussia term. It's a cataphract.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Like, if you want to talk about like old school tanks, like tanky people, yeah, that's what you would go with.
A hoplite. Spotting.
No, like these guys wear like heavy like plate armor on themselves and their horses.
Oh, hell yeah.
Like they were legitimately so heavy that it was surprising if when they charged at you, they didn't kill you, the fucking momentum of them hitting you would carry you.
Yep. It essentially was like, if you live through their initial blows, like later on, the internal injuries of just the impact itself would
Whiplash itself too. Like, yep, you were gonna be dead.
You'd wind up bleeding out of every orifice before dying very painfully, unfortunately.
Yep. And like it's kind of funny because I was watching a fucking video, I think on Facebook earlier, and they're like, "Oh, cataphract." It's like, wait a second, what the fuck? Heavy armor tank. Like people think this was a tank first. It's like, hold on, wait a second. That's what I'm doing on Mortal Online. What the fuck? Oh man, there's literally a name for it. Fuck yeah.
Now you can put that trademark stamp.
They're on to me.
Yeah, like now I'll actually be able to use a proper like wording, fucking like naming nomenclature bullshit to it, which is even better. It's like, okay, whatever.
Yeah, it's good to have like that kind of consistency. It's like, oh, I can just put a little name here. That's what that means.
As I just covered myself in soup.
Oh no.
I soup every time.
Is it at least tasty soup?
It's tomato soup.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
I'm not really big fan of
it is all over my fucking leg.
Oh no! At least the chat isn't throwing tomatoes at you, though.
It came through the screen like fish.
Nah, it's just all over my nice chair. That's all.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, that's why I'm like,
it wouldn't have happened if you had a gamer. You didn't have a good enough gamer chair, man.
Seeing as how it's a secret lab chair, and it's white.
Oh no!
Oh,
Yeah.
Get that crap off there right now.
Yeah, that's why I'm not showing video. Not to mention, I'm also kind of like standing here in my boxers.
Oh, so you so you just wanted an extra lube. You got it. Okay,
We gotta get him VR. We gotta get him a.
I have VR. I have a VR headset. Thank you.
He does have VR. I know he does.
Or what it was? We need to get you like your avatar, like ours.
I'm fine being live streamed, dude.
One white guy and two furries.
I'm sorry. Oh god. Oh god.
Nothing new there.
Exactly. That's like
my brain. Why?
Banter. I will be right back.
He's just gotta go finish off. He's
problems. He's got soup problems.
He's trying to find clothes at the soup store.
There you go. Why are you looking for clothes at the soup store? Oh, my
Oldie
voice
but
is
a
already
goodie.
going. Oh, that's a classic right there. Yep. Oh my gosh. I am going to watch a Pokemon movie. This too. They put a new one up on Netflix, or I don't know if it's like new, but
Oh, the Arceus.
yeah, Legends Arceus or
It's
whatever one.
it's good. It does seem a little rushed because I know they're. I'm not sure if they're doing like a whole like big series thing. I know it's like an hour and a half, I think, long. Is it an hour and
1
a half?
hour,
One of the two?
3 minutes.
Okay, an hour and 3 minutes. So it's probably like one of those little special things, like a one-off. They're kind of like, hey, yeah, we touched on Arceus. Here you go.
I'm
Enjoy
actually
it.
super psyched to watch it though. I mean,
It was pretty good. I did like it. It was pretty good.
I heard who the big bad was. I won't say anything for those who haven't watched it, but I'm a little let down on that one.
It did
I'm
pretty
like,
good on it too. I
really?
actually liked it. I'm like, wow. I mean, it touches basically, which is really cool too, especially with the game, like how it is and how
Yeah,
it's kind of somewhat dealt with to an extent. It's not really
yeah.
dealt in that way, but it was still pretty cool that it was like that because it was cool.
Oh yeah. Actually, that for some reason I'm reminded. Uh, Tony, you remember the espresso root beer that I think I gave you a bottle a while ago, like
Yeah,
a
I think
long while
like a
ago.
good while ago. Yeah.
Oh, I have like 8 bottles of this is not sponsored by the way, but it's espresso root beer from Northwood Soda Company. It's made in Petoskey, Michigan, and it is probably one of my favorite sodas, and I have just a ton of it, and it is very delicious, like
I'm sure.
extremely. I
I
I
know you're not. I know you're not huge with coffee, but it's like an exception to an extent.
Yeah, I mean, I like coffee, don't get me wrong. And I'll tell you what, actually, you can't even talk shit today because guess what I had today, and you introduced me to it.
Hmm.
I had the Kona coffee with the cinnamon toast crunch creamer, and that shit slaps.
Oh, you actually got the cinnamon toast creamer?
Yeah, I
Oh, you
bought a jug
found
of
that? I
that.
cannot fucking find it anywhere right now. I've been so
Oh,
pissed off because I can't find it because it's fucking delicious.
it's so good. Yeah, my mom had some of it left, and she's like, "Hey, do you want cinnamon toast crunch coffee?" And I'm like, "Fuck yeah, I do." Tony introduced me to that.
It is damn
And
good.
I'll tell you what, Tony makes a damn good cup of coffee. Anyone ever visits this motherfucker, they know they're set. Like,
Oh, 'cause I
absolutely
grind the beans,
delicious.
man. I
Yeah,
grind the
yeah,
beans.
like hand grinding the beans is a whole different like
Well, it's an
thing.
electric grinder. I don't hand grind it.
Oh, soon, one day, we'll get him a hand crank.
Uh, Build up the muscle.
Yeah, it's just it teaches kids how to work.
No.
Don't worry, we didn't use child labor for these beans.
No.
But
Oh,
yeah, that coffee was so good today. Uh Even my girl who is not a coffee fan absolutely and
it's more of the tea drinker.
uh no, actually she's more of like soda and milk like me usually, but
Mm.
I got her to try boba recently from a good boba place and she loves it now. She likes the boba slushies. She doesn't really care for tea though.
There. I'm not huge with tea. There was a few that I tried back in the day. I can't really remember what ones they were. They weren't terrible. They actually weren't that bad. I
Yeah,
just can't seem to find them.
a
But like I
flavor
don't.
that like hooks you.
Yeah, like that's kind of weird. Like if I actually had this, yeah, I'd probably actually drink tea.
Yeah, I
But,
agree.
uh,
I have this similar problem is like I need a flavor that like I can latch on. This is my tea, this is my drink. Give me this.
so if you were to go with coffee, I would probably, from my personal experience, I think the one that I ground up for you was from Starbucks. I think at that point I was using the house blend,
Uh huh.
not that the breakfast blend coffee. The one I'm using now is the pike roast blend. It's got a little bit of mix of, I think, some chocolate in it, so I do taste that.
Hell yeah.
A good trick, which I've learned because Josh bought me some coffee from one place called Black Rifle Coffee. It's an online
Oh
coffee
yeah, I
place.
heard about them.
I think they're in some stores. I'm not sure if they are or not. I might have to ask him. He might know.
Yes.
But yeah, okay, so cool. I highly recommend them. They are a good place. They are a good company from what I'm hearing from him. They support a lot of good foundations and a lot of stuff.
Oh yeah.
The coffee he got me was from them was the Freedom Roast. It was a mixture of, I think, chocolate, vanilla, I think, was it?
It was mocha and a couple others.
And they had
Ooh.
some butter in it, which I didn't realize too with the butter. The butter cuts away the bitterness.
Yeah,
Coffee.
it'll also make you like the creamiest cup of coffee.
So I did not realize that. And I'm like, and I even told him too when he got that for me, and like when I first did it and made it, I'm like, this is probably like the smoothest cup of coffee I've ever had.
Fuck man, I've been telling you use unsalted grass-fed butter, just a little spoonful in your coffee. It'll be the creamiest cup of coffee you've ever had. You looked at
Right.
me like I was fucking talking out of my ass.
But
Josh
it was
gets
a
you a
good.
special like butter coffee, and then you're like, "Oh yeah, this is like the greatest, smoothest shit." Yeah, no
It was
shit,
really
bro.
smooth. It was good.
Oh yeah,
I'm
no
still drinking
doubt.
coffee. Like I'm drinking my regular coffee because I'm out of that coffee now. So, but if you were to like ever do coffee, I mean, you can always put like a little bit in there for yourself to
My favorite.
enjoy yourself. So, like if you wanted to get some more coffee with that cinnamon toast crunch creamer, add that little bit of
Ooh,
butter in there, then you're good to go.
that shit sounds good. My
It's
favorite
just
kind of coffee though is like actual Kona coffee from Hawaii, which I brought back from Hawaii with me. And just a note for anyone who is bringing anything into the states or out of the states in a large amount, like the TSA are like, I had almost like 10 pounds of pork jerky going with me over to Hawaii. It was all in a freezer bag or vacuum packed and mostly frozen, except for like a little carry-on bag that I had. They were like,
great.
you have a lot of something in your luggage. We gotta
Yeah,
take
it's
a look.
coffee. Yeah,
And,
it's coffee.
like on the way back, because I got stopped both times. I got stopped the first time going there because of the jerky. They had to take a look at that. They were like, it's nothing bad. We're just seeing you have a lot of something and we don't know what the something is. So we got to figure that out. I'm like, yeah, go ahead. It's just jerky. You guys want something?
It's literally them looking to see if it's money.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then and then
or
on
other
my way
things.
back, I had so much coffee. I had so much. I had some for my mom, myself, and like some people that I was like close with that I like Tony. I thought I gave you some. I know I gave you some of that Hawaiian coffee. But
I don't know if you did.
no, I did on
I'm
my
not sure.
return trip back. You got one of the little baggies, remember? They
It's
came in
been a
like
while,
little
dude. I might have
pouches.
either probably forgot about it or lost it or something. I have no idea.
Probably. Oh
It's
my god,
been
that
good.
shit
It's
was
been a good
good
while.
though. And like I had brought back tons of like that coffee, and they're like, "Hey, you have a lot of stuff." God, no shit, eh? Here you go. Go ahead, take a look. It's coffee. I promise it's not to cover up the smell of my drugs. I didn't.
Well,
Thank goodness I didn't actually say shit like that. Otherwise, I might not have made it out of there.
No,
It
you
would have
would have
been.
just gotten the white glove treatment for you.
Yeah, I don't. I don't want the white glove treatment.
that just reminded you of the freaking one movie. I gotta watch that. It's been so long. But if you ever guys ever seen the movie Kung Pao,
Oh,
Kung Pao
Kung
chicken.
Pao.
if you can find it, look it up. My God, it is just so stupid, but it's just so funny. There's a part in there where, for whatever stupid reason, guys like the main character leaves and something kind of comes up, one of the guys is like, "Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I wonder where my glove will go."
Oh no,
There's
no,
two people just chilling right there after the guy left. And like, why? Fucking
no
why?
way.
If you could find it somehow in some way, shape, or form, I'm not sure where on a streaming service or whatever, probably on YouTube. Look up the movie Kung Pao.
I will consider it, but I have
You would get a kick out of there, Jerry. I think it's an original movie, and they just got a guy. The main character is just a guy that's in there, I believe,
Mhm.
and they just added in their own stuff.
Oh, okay. They just did like a abridged, essentially.
I kind of like an abridged, like a little bit. There's a few parts in there where I
Yeah.
think where it's like that. I'm not sure if it's. Regardless, I know like they talk in the real language, but it's like dubbed over, and it's just like it's ridiculous.
One of my favorite things that like in all of the series that was dubbed over is Ghost Stories. The English dub for Ghost Stories.
God,
Mind
yeah,
you,
I've watched like
it
the
is
first
not
3.
aged well. It is not aged well, no, but it was funny as fuck.
That little kid is just like they did not give a crap.
I used to be able to do the voice really good for him, and I don't know if I can do it anymore. My throat can't like handle that shit right now.
Well, quit sucking so much dick.
Careful, you're gonna summon Kyle.
Oh no. Don't you start. Oh my gosh. But like that dub. We still I don't even know if they still like have said who's like responsible for the dubbing in that one.
I remember. I don't know if it's true or not, but I think I remember reading it or like some kind of something with it. The people that did the dub just did not care.
Yeah, they really did.
They're like, whatever. I'm just gonna do this and this. They just rolled with it. They didn't give a fuck.
It turned
They
they
really
had
did
some
not give a fuck.
funny ass one-liners too.
But honestly, that's what makes it probably like one of those like hidden gems. Like it's so bad, but it's terribly good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's hard to find those kind of things, but they're good.
Welcome
Or-
back though, Josh. How is your gamer chair? Is it good?
Eh.
Eh.
I'm gonna have to steam clean the side of it.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah.
That's
Like,
gonna be an ordeal.
Tinker Lab, great chairs, very comfy. But I went for cloth because fucking leather. I don't care who the fuck you are. Leather gets hot.
It does. Oh, absolutely. You don't need your ass sticking to that. I can understand.
Well, Tony can attest. I have some pretty thick thighs, and I like to save lives. So,
Too bad you couldn't
No
save your
comment there.
chair.
no
There's no
shit.
comment there.
Tony, you've been all about touching them the last couple years. Chill out. It's alright.
It's okay. We accept you, both of you.
I'm pretty sure Kyle has for a good while doing that. I'm sure
I still have never met this Kyle. I don't.
No,
These two guys are like, oh yeah, hey, talk about Kyle. I have no fucking clue who this guy is.
Kyle's still a really good guy. I haven't seen him in God knows when, but I know he was a pretty okay guy. He
Yeah.
was a little.
He
kind
was
of
different.
I did kind of see, but I never really said much of anything. It's like, he is who he is. Why am I going to say anything?
You are who you are.
Let him be what he wants to be.
Yeah, he was apologetically him.
You just got to stop being apologetic about it. Be you and be proud of it.
Right.
Legitimately, that's how he was. He just did not give a fuck about what anybody thought.
Good for him. Awesome. Sincerely.
Yeah, and now he makes probably more money than all three of us combined.
Oh, hell yeah. Good for him.
So he does the like in-ground surveying for like lines and everything else already in the ground.
Mm-hmm.
He's a contractor for a company that does it. So yeah,
he's probably big money.
Easily like upwards of over $100,000 a year.
Damn.
Shit.
Yeah.
I'm in the wrong line of work.
Like company supply truck and everything.
Shit, well, that's actually pretty cool. I'm glad he's doing really good. He's
Yeah.
doing good.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I'm willing to bet he's probably going to be changed jobs here soon, but...
Well, if you're a contractor, you're not. I mean, you're kind of obliged while you're on the contract, but once it's done, that's kind of it.
It's not even just that. It's like, he works for a company that gets the contracts, so he could come and go as he pleases.
Ah, gotcha. So in other words, like he can grab like 1 or 2 contracts, get what he wants, and just like, okay, well, I'm gonna.
It's not even him
do
getting
this.
the contracts, it's the company getting the contracts.
He just goes and does the job for the company and then gets paid.
Think like a Comcast installer. Technically, they're like Comcast is getting a contract from us, the purchaser of their service. This employee goes, completes said contract for said company, and then they get paid an hourly wage. Well, Kyle gets paid as a hourly wage plus commission, even though he doesn't do any selling.
Mm-hmm.
So
Plus, he doesn't have to pay gas for the mileage.
Oh, that's good. So he's probably got like a company gas card, and you can just shove it in and call it good.
Yeah.
Awesome. I like that.
Again,
That's cool.
company truck. Like, company supplies everything for him. Like, not to dox him or anything, but he just bought a house over by where my mom used to live, Tony. Like, down in the city there.
Right.
Like, if I remember right, he paid almost cash for it.
Damn.
Like,
good for him, though.
He has a good chunk of money set aside, even. Oh, all right.
Oh, yeah.
All right, my guy.
Like, seriously, I'm glad he's doing okay. He's doing good. That's actually quite nice to hear.
Yeah.
I'm happy hearing of other people's success, whether I know them or not. I genuinely like hearing that. Oh, hey, so and so's doing great. Fuck yeah, good for them. Keep it up.
Yeah, Kyle is one of those guys that he's always been like a good person, but he's also the kind of person to just be like, fuck you, I'm gonna do what I want.
Yeah. I wonder who that reminds me of. Me.
Well, you've always been more around him than I ever have. I've only known him because of you here and there, and occasionally, once in a great while, we would all be hanging out together. But he was always more around with you.
Well, I mean, you were also a grade above us, so that's kind of where that really hindered you getting to know him in depth.
Right.
I haven't even met him yet. I feel so unincluded.
Because you were never around with us.
Yeah,
you're a whole different school.
Yep.
So, Tony, I don't think I ever told you, like, Kyle got this whole thing set up to go out shooting with a whole bunch of people. It ended up being like 20 or 30 fucking people.
Damn.
Jeez.
All going out shooting. And it's like, alright, I'm cool with this. And like, kind of funny looking at the photos over here of YouTube, y'all's faces. It's like, everybody there was part of the fucking furry community other than one person. Like, active in the community with it.
We travel in packs.
No, seriously, there were guys from, like, the other side of Chicago.
Damn.
And they drove that day just to come hang out.
Oh, hell yeah. Some people travel a lot for, like, conventions and things like that. So it isn't, like, unheard of. It just depends on, like, hey, what's your, like, monetary situation? Can you get out there? Yada, yada. And, I mean, some people just be like, yeah, fuck it, I'll make a trip for the day. That'll be cool.
Well, I think the biggest thing for it all was the fact that, like, this guy brought... these two guys brought... It was mainly the one guy's firearms, but I think he brought, like, 10 or 15 different guns. Like, motherfucker, you just traveled across, like, 3 state lines with all this shit.
Oh, yeah, you gotta be careful with that. You gotta be
real things are going on right around now. It's pretty intense.
Well, it wasn't that regard. Like, he practiced gray man theory, which I'm a big fan of. And for example, like, don't stand out, blend in, right?
Mm-hmm.
True.
What would an alien do? from another planet. He would just fucking blend in, wouldn't try and fucking expose himself or draw attention to himself, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Gray Man theory with firearms is very much in that same regard of, you know, like, there's so many memes coming out right now because it's fall, and so many people would joke, you know, I have a full-size FAL under my coat right now. It's like, alright, reference. Handguns are like, yay. FALs are like, yay. Like, they're not small guns. They're pretty sizable.
Oh yeah.
And it's like, yeah, okay, I can see that in the fall, yeah. Some people's coats, like Tony used to wear a fucking trench coat every now and again.
What happened, by the way?
It's like, motherfuckers like that would be fucking trying to conceal carry a full-size fucking battle rifle. Like in 308 at that. It's like, alright. Like, alright. You like to fuck around and find out. I appreciate you.
And it's like, bro, don't need that. Just please. Just chill. Just a little chill.
But no, like
I
what was really funny
though.
coming across state lines was in the passenger seat, you know, with these two guys. The one guy in the passenger seat was holding a fucking fursuit head the entire drive across. So you want to talk about not drawing attention?
Yeah, it's like he's got the head of something. Oh no, he's killed a mascot.
Legitimately, like, it was just so fucking funny seeing it.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
and it's just like, what the fuck? You actually drove with that? Oh, okay, never mind. Now I see how you were able to get away with it.
Yeah, it's like, what are the furries gonna do? The furries are now packing heat.
Like,
smart move on his part.
You'd be pretty surprised at how many furries actually are into firearms.
Yeah. Oh no, I definitely
it's not really surprising at
all. I mean, there are people like I've seen some amazing mechanical things. Costume makers and fursuiters incorporating like literal fans inside of their costumes so that way they stay cool and shit like that. I would not be surprised of like what they could adapt to like putting into like their different outfits and things like that. Like you need someone who's creative like that to like come up with different ways to like add body armor to things and shit like that.
So
like let those people go a little wild with like protective stuff.
So it's funny you say about like adding body armor to like fursuits and shit like that. So
I bet there is.
I went to one of my local ranges around here. Some motherfucker came dressed in a fursuit. I have no idea who this person was or anything like that. Dressed in a fucking fursuit. Wearing a fucking plate carrier. A fucking fake helmet to go with their fursuit head. And we're just slaying it on the range. Like, oh shit, get it.
Yeah, they were just like, they had stanced up, everything.
Like, their aim was fucking
phenomenal.
It's like, damn, I don't know what gender that is, but I am excited.
Yeah, it's like, so what's crazy is they've got like the mask and the fursuit head on. If you could shoot straight with all of that shit on, that's amazing in itself.
Right?
To be on target like you're saying is just, damn, that's just finesse. That's like somebody who's practiced this for years.
Yeah, and
that's
it's like, oh, okay.
Right there.
It's like, all right, we see you, my guy. And nobody dared talk shit about him or his outfit.
Oh, yeah.
I think the next step and upgrade, as far as I'm concerned here, is, they have the fans and all that fun stuff going in the suits, which is great. I can imagine there's probably some of them that are like where the eyes are animated so that it actually looks like blinks. It's like
digital.
They do that. Yeah.
So with that being said, with those eyes being the way they are, they could be like cameras. So like inside the suit, it's like a screen, like an Iron Man suit, where you see everything around you, like clear as day.
There are some versions, I think, of like people that have done something similar to that. Maybe not exactly, and maybe not as like finessed or fleshed out as that, but Sorry, I'm exhausted. But yeah, that like it's amazing some of the cool shit that they've come up with. Like I've seen some of the Destiny cosplayers. Like they'll go as like one of the Hive like bosses and stuff like that. And their outfits are like the eyes are like light up, and they have like mouths and stuff that like open, and you have mandibles that come out, and like all this really cool high end shit. And I'm just like, holy fuck! I couldn't even do something on a cardboard, much less this kind of. I'm always blown away and impressed by it. And I don't even know where to like that statement, because I've just seen some incredible cosplays. I'm like, me myself, I'm like, oh yeah, I'll put on an Arcanine hoodie. Come on, cute. Ha 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 ha. But then these people come in and they have just the most of, and a lot of them are like super chill, down to earth. I've talked to a number of them. They're really humble about that shit. And they're like, yeah, oh, they like my cosplay too. I'm like, man, am I even considered cosplaying compared to y'all? They're like, yeah, it's really cool to like experience the inclusiveness with that. We're like, they're like, yeah, everyone is a cosplayer, whether it's something like super complicated and like really they made an amazing thing, or it's just something simple like a hoodie, a hat, a little mask, cute gloves, whatever. It's important to, you want to include people in the community, not push them away, not gatekeep. Gatekeeping is like, it's I can't stand it, especially in the Pokemon.
Hey, Tony, stop gatekeeping my opium addiction.
Well, I'm just trying to help you, sir. I mean, that's
yeah, I'm trying to help myself into the next life, my guy.
I mean, by all means, if you want to, fine. But you know, like, I still fucking care about you, dude. So I'd rather have you still
get in
around.
there, Tony. Gatekeep, girl boss, girl piss, whatever the thing is.
And there it goes. So I wasn't there in time. Well, son of a bitch. Well, I guess I get all this shit now. So you know.
All right, sweet. We get that trailer that he's been yelling.
Like motherfuckers. Gotta find
you
it
will
first.
That away.
Oh yeah, that's Tony's
buried
job.
Somewhere deep down in the mystical fires of Mordor. We gotta go down there.
Now, like, legit as a joke, I bounced an idea. I don't think she will ever remember we had this conversation, but I bounced an idea off with the missus. It's like, you know, what if I just buy a nice, like, big travel trailer? Not like a fifth wheel, but like a, I don't know, like a 20 fucking whatever foot trailer. You know, full bed, whatever, right? And we just fucking buy a piece of property and just put it there and just live in that for a while and then just have a house built.
I mean, you could definitely do that.
Right?
If you really wanted to, if you had the money to do it, by all means. I'm not sure if I've known people, but there's plenty of people that probably have done it before where they stay at their current place and they just buy a piece of property and they literally build a house, and they move to that house.
My
and then they
neighbors
put up their other property either up for rent, or they'll keep it, or they'll sell it straight up.
My neighbors in Sanford, one of the families that super close with mine, we have known each other since I was a baby, essentially. Like our two families, they actually did that. I'll say at least like up in down in Sanford, wherever. Sanford, Michigan. They are now near the lake. Like now it's like Sanford Puddle. Since the dam broke, but essentially they had built they're like literally they themselves built their house out there, and they took the time, and they're incredibly smart people. They learned all the necessary skills to like do that and start like building the house, and they made these absolutely beautiful homes, and they were just theirs. And I was like, holy shit, this is so cool. And basically, like, the place that my family's cottage is at, we barely have running water anymore. You can't essentially use like the and stuff like that very well. It's just an old age. And we're part of us were like hoping it might have gotten wiped out by the dam breaking, but it didn't. No, this thing will be there for fucking ever, and we're all okay with that. We love the cottage, but you can't like even shower at our cottage. So since they're such good neighbors and they've been family friends, they're like, I'm like, yeah, I really need to find a shower like within like a week or something. We'd go to my grandmother's, which is just a hop, skip, and a jump. And they're like, no, just come over, use our like thing. You can shower and actually like feel clean and feel human up there. We know you've been up a few days and that.
Human? Are you sure you're human?
No,
last
I
time
am
I checked, I'm
fire
not sure if
puffy.
you.
But essentially, like they would be like, yeah, just walk next door, just bring your bag or whatever, and you can go ahead and borrow our showers because they would come over to hang out, and we have this big ass bonfire pit, and all of my family would be
Yes.
sitting and just drinking, and we'd be roasting marshmallows and throwing shit in the fire. We burned literally everything in the fire. I'm talking bowling pins, bowling balls,
Really?
dead
Bullies.
ass. We would one time one of the local bowling alleys burned, or not burned. They had disassembled like their old lanes, and my dad just brought a whole bunch of the wood from it, and like all the lanes and that, and basically we burned it. There was one point, my uncle, he had like a giant wooden like playhouse collapse, and we basically took that and put it on the fire pit and burned the motherfucker. And I mean dead fireworks too, we've done that with, like when we were disposing of those. Not exactly the safest thing, and
Oh yeah, definitely not.
essentially, like I learned pyrotechnics when I was very young from my family. I started like fucking around with that shit 8 years old, but I had learned like proper pyrotechnic, the safety shit, and all that other stuff.
Learning how to handle it
And
better, dealing with it.
oh yeah, I essentially grew. It was either I learn it or I don't get to light off fireworks and all, which is of course really important. I'm grateful for my family for teaching me that. And I went on to teach the younger generation when they got old to do so as well. And they're really capable of fireworks and firearms and all that stuff as well. And namely, what we would do is on the lake, we would have fireworks shows. We'd launch our fireworks off the end of the dock. We had the whole rig, like almost like the mortar system. You'd put the ball in and you light the wick and you walk away from it and it shoots it all up into the air and explodes. And I've only had maybe one or two misfires in my entire life of doing that. We haven't done it in a number of years because financial shit got like pretty hard. And we'd have people across the lake that we'd shout to. We would communicate by doing that. Never seen these people in person up until like 2 years ago. Be like, all right, we're going to do our fireworks show, or do you guys want to go first? And they'd yell back, yeah, we'll go first. Don't worry. Good. Come get your boat, or get on your boats. Come out here. We'll let you get set up. And we would get on like the little pontoons and everyone would go and circle around their dock, a safe distance away. They do their fireworks show and they'd be like, all right, that was our grand finale. You guys gonna go get set up? Yep, we'll be out. They would come and surround our dock. Bye-bye, visitor from the chat. They would essentially circle around our dock and at safe distance, and we do our fireworks show. And we had done this for like 10, 12 years. And basically it was a hell of a lot of fun. And never actually met people in person, by the way. We had known them for a long ass time, longer than the 10, 12 years we had. And it was only like 2 years ago that my uncle, he was talking to somebody at like a store when he was up north, and they were saying, oh yeah, we used to do these fireworks shows, and they essentially described what I did. And he's like, no shit, we were the people on the other side. And essentially, oh, hey, it's you. And they were like shaking hands. It's like, oh, you're pretty much family. Yeah, essentially the lineage continues. It was really a cool moment for him. I wish I could have been there to see that, but we're hoping that maybe years down the line, when things get a bit better, we can do fireworks shows like that again.
Hey,
Were,
Josh, you remember that fire pit we tried to make makeshift at your dad's place?
Okay, let's be clear. Which one? Are you talking the ones out of the monster cans or the actual one?
I think like that weird cinder block brick we had in your freaking driveway.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Oh God!
All right, I just brought up that memory. What the hell are you trying to do that for?
Fuck if I
Y'all just wanted to burn shit.
I mean, yes, that is a very big
thing.
Dude,
I was a fucking big pyro, and not gonna lie, I probably had a lot of bad influence on you.
Really? You actually?
You want to play that game?
Well, influence-wise, for a few things, maybe sure. But you did teach me a good lesson, though, out of life, so I do appreciate that.
Oh yeah, what's that?
Do not really give a fuck what other people think about you.
That's right.
Hey, good shit.
Because you definitely had that bit of an attitude. I mean, I've seen people and I've heard other people and everything like that, like obviously through school and so just in general, like even like with yourself from what you said, I'm like, oh, okay. It doesn't really seem to bother you that much. Like, why should it fucking bother me then?
So you know what an important lesson is that everyone can take from this stream right here? That I have also passed this lesson on to my little cousins and things like that. And that lesson
favorite Kyle is in chat. Watching us.
Deadass?
Yeah.
Oh,
yo,
cool.
What's up, Kyle?
What up? I've heard so much. I have never met. But
I've heard a lot. I'm glad you're doing good.
Yeah. We have learned the lesson of do not stand over fireworks when you light them. I made sure that rule was instilled firmly upon all of the little ones that I train with fireworks and all sorts of stuff. I'm like, don't stand over it. You tilt yourself away from it. You make sure that you light away from it. Fireworks safety 101, kids. Trust the fire pump.
Yeah, don't.
Lesson number 2: don't trust anything anybody has to say.
Yeah.
Actually, very true as well. Never really fully trust anything anyone ever says to you. Never really, truly, fully trust it.
Learn it.
Learn
the science.
Let's remember one thing, right?
Trust the professional.
At some point, all of our parents went, you know what? I'm going to let you fuck up and let's see what happens.
Yep. Fuck around and
Tony,
find out.
I'm willing to bet your fucking dad was just like, nah, do it, kid. See what happens. I'm going to fucking laugh at you.
This is another big thing. Yeah, big thing right here, too. Is, yeah, the parents are there to help you learn, and that's what they're kind of there for. They kind of like steer you in the right direction. But kind of play with that. There are things in life, no matter how you really try to do it like the easy way, sometimes things are only learned the hard way. As much as it sucks, sometimes it's the only way.
Sometimes you gotta learn shit the hard way, and it ain't gonna be.
Exactly. It's not gonna be fucking pretty, but sometimes it's the only way.
Oh.
Well, the biggest thing is you can learn a lot from a simple fuck up, and it can legitimately ruin your life.
Oh yeah.
What do
I learned
you
a
do
lot.
with that?
I'm very fortunate that I've learned a lot from my fuck up. I have yet to ruin my life from it, and I hope to never do so.
Well, like, I know I'm at least happy I learned lessons in high school that if I learned them as an adult outside of school, I probably would have gone to jail.
Yeah, that's true. I had one or two of those lessons. Not the funnest. But, gentlemen, we have had a wonderful stream so far.
Yeah, we're at an hour and a half if we want to call it there for the night.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good to me. I have to at least stay up and enjoy a nice movie, and then I'm probably knocking out, and I've got work tomorrow.
I'm just not gonna knock out now, so it's up to you. Whatever you want to do.
All right. Who's going to do the outro? Tony,
Yeah,
you
I
did
gotta
the
pull.
intro. You got to do the outro.
Yeah. Luckily enough, I actually have it pulled up. So
Wow.
yeah, I planned ahead for this one.
Tony was like, I knew he was going to call on me. I knew he was
Right.
going to call on me.
See how smart I be is. Alrighty, well, I want to thank you all for joining us today from all of us here at the Round Square Table. Feel free to give us a follow. Also, be sure to check the links provided to the side or below, wherever it's going to be. Catch up on the past podcast. And again, thanks for everyone for joining. We'll be here next time, I think same time Monday, around the same time, we'll see. Well, either way.
We'll see if we take the week off so we can try and transition into
Full mode.
Yeah,
full mode. That sounds like a plan. So we kind of get more planning. But either way, hope you all have a good night, and we'll probably catch you sometime, not this week, but next week.
Yeah, take care, peeps. Adios.
Ew. What's that? Is this missing?
no, just easy.